Ladies and gentlemen, success is not a destination, it is a journey. And like any journey worth taking, it comes at a cost. Too often people admire the results of success but fail to consider the sacrifices behind it. Today I want to challenge you to understand and embrace this truth: success demands sacrifice. Success is one of the most sought-after goals in life, yet it remains elusive to many. This is not because people lack talent, resources, or opportunities, but because they often refuse to leave the safety of their comfort zones. Comfort is an appealing state, is familiar, predictable, and requires little effort. However, the truth is that nothing extraordinary ever grows in comfort. To achieve success, you must be willing to let go of what feels safe and step into the unknown. Comfort zones are not inherently bad, they provide stability and rest. But the danger lies in staying there too long. Over time, the same place that once felt secure can become a prison. Growth demands movement, and movement requires stepping beyond the boundaries of what you know. Imagine a seed planted in fertile soil. It must break through its outer shell and push against the earth to grow. Similarly, success requires you to push against the resistance of fear, uncertainty, and discomfort. Many people resist change because it brings uncertainty. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? These questions echo in the minds of those unwilling to take risks. But failure is not the enemy of success, comfort is. Failure teaches, refines, and strengthens you. Staying comfortable robs you of the opportunity to learn and grow. Every great achievement has a story of discomfort attached to it. Behind the scenes of every successful person, you will find sleepless nights, moments of doubt, and seasons of relentless effort. These sacrifices are the price of success. Letting go of comfort also means embracing challenges. Challenges are not obstacles meant to stop you. They are tests designed to prepare you for your next level. Success doesn't come to those who avoid challenges, it comes to those who face them head on. When you avoid challenges, you also avoid growth. The very process of overcoming adversity is what equips you with the skills and resilience needed to sustain success. Each challenge you conquer makes you stronger and more capable of handling what lies ahead. Another reason people cling to comfort is the fear of being judged or criticized. They stay in environments where they feel accepted, even if those environments limit their potential. But success often requires you to outgrow the people and places you once relied on. This can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Growth is a lonely road at times, but it is also deeply rewarding. Surround yourself with those who challenge and inspire you, not those who enable complacency. Letting go of comfort also means adopting a mindset of continuous improvement. Comfort tells you, this is good enough. Success challenges you to ask, how can I make this better? Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal development, the pursuit of excellence demands that you never settle. Excellence requires effort, and effort is rarely comfortable. It involves pushing through fatigue, staying disciplined when motivation fades, and striving for mastery even when it feels inconvenient. Discomfort is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. When you choose to let go of comfort, you step into a world of possibilities. You discover strengths you didn't know you had, opportunities you couldn't have imagined, and a sense of fulfillment that comfort can never provide. Discomfort is a sign that you are growing, and growth is the essence of success. Ultimately, letting go of comfort is about making a choice. Do you want to remain where you are, or do you want to reach the heights of your potential? Do you want to settle for what's easy, or are you willing to strive for what's meaningful? The cost of success is steep, but the rewards are worth every sacrifice. Comfort may feel good in the moment, but it will never satisfy the longing in your soul to achieve, to contribute, and to become the person you were meant to be. So take a step of faith, leave behind the safety of your comfort zone, and embrace the challenges that lead to success. The pursuit of success is a journey that requires discipline, patience, and a clear understanding of priorities. One of the most critical aspects of this journey is the ability to sacrifice short-term gratification for long-term gain. In a world that increasingly values instant results, this principle often feels countercultural, yet it remains a timeless truth for anyone aspiring to achieve meaningful success. It requires a mindset shift, choosing what is best over what is easy and what is lasting over what is fleeting. Short-term gratification is enticing because it offers immediate rewards. Whether it's indulging in distractions, spending impulsively, or procrastinating on important tasks, these actions provide a temporary sense of pleasure or relief. However, the satisfaction they bring is fleeting, often leaving you no closer to your goals and, in some cases, further behind. The problem with prioritizing short-term desires is that they often come at the expense of long-term progress. Every moment, every choice either moves you closer to or further away from the future you envision. To succeed, you must learn to resist the temptation of quick wins that derail your focus. Sacrificing short-term gratification begins with a clear understanding of your goals and values. Without a strong sense of purpose, it is easy to be swayed by distractions. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and keeping you aligned with what truly matters. When you have a compelling vision for your life, it becomes easier to say no to the things that do not serve that vision. For instance, if your goal is financial independence, you might have to sacrifice impulsive spending in favor of saving and investing. If you aspire to excel in your career, it may mean turning down social invitations to dedicate time to learning and growth. Discipline plays a vital role in this process. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline helps bridge the gap between your current actions and your future aspirations. It allows you to stay consistent in your efforts, understanding that the results may not be immediate but will be worth it. Whether it's adhering to a fitness routine, sticking to a budget, or consistently working on a long-term project, discipline ensures that your actions align with your goals. Another key aspect of sacrificing short-term gratification is the willingness to delay rewards. This is not about depriving yourself indefinitely, but about understanding the timing of rewards. Delayed gratification teaches patience, and resilience. It requires you to trust the process and believe that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. The most successful people often attribute their achievements to their ability to delay gratification. They are willing to invest time and energy without expecting immediate returns because they understand the power of compounding effort. The sacrifices involved in prioritizing long-term gain often feel uncomfortable. They might mean giving up leisure time, working harder than those around you, or enduring periods of uncertainty. However, it is important to remember that these sacrifices are not losses, they are investments. Just as a farmer must endure seasons of labor before reaping a harvest, you must endure periods of sacrifice before experiencing the rewards of success. Each decision to forgo short-term pleasure strengthens your character and builds momentum toward your goals. It is also important to celebrate progress along the way. Sacrificing short-term gratification does not mean you should never acknowledge your achievements or enjoy life. It means finding balance, celebrating milestones without losing sight of the bigger picture. Recognize the growth and lessons that come from your sacrifices and use them as motivation to keep going. The ability to sacrifice short-term gratification is a test of your commitment to your vision. It asks whether you are willing to endure temporary discomfort for lasting fulfillment. Success is not about taking the easiest path, it is about taking the right one. When you prioritize long-term gain over short-term pleasure, you not only achieve your goals, but also develop the discipline, resilience, and perspective needed to sustain success. Remember, the rewards of delayed gratification far outweigh the fleeting satisfaction of immediate desires. Choose wisely, act intentionally, and trust that the sacrifices you make today will lead to a future filled with purpose and achievement. Success in life is often determined not just by what you achieve, but by the people you surround yourself with. Relationships are powerful. They can either elevate you to your highest potential or pull you down into mediocrity. If you are serious about achieving success, one of the most significant sacrifices you must make is letting go of toxic relationships. This isn't about rejecting people out of spite, but about protecting your purpose and creating an environment where you can thrive. Toxic relationships are those that drain your energy, undermine your confidence, and distract you from your goals. They might involve friends who belittle your ambitions, colleagues who manipulate situations to their advantage, or even family members who constantly sow doubt and negativity. These relationships can be subtle in their destructiveness, making it easy to overlook their impact. However, over time, they sap your emotional strength and limit your ability to pursue meaningful success. The first step in letting go of toxic relationships is recognizing them for what they are. Often, toxic people mask their behavior under the guise of concern or familiarity. They might discourage you from taking risks, not because they want to protect you, but because your growth threatens their comfort. They might offer backhanded compliments or constantly remind you of your past failures. While their actions may seem harmless on the surface, they create an environment of negativity and self-doubt. To move forward, you must develop the self-awareness to identify these patterns and acknowledge their impact on your life. Letting go of toxic relationships requires courage. For many, the fear of conflict or loneliness can make it difficult to cut ties. However, staying in these relationships often comes at a greater cost. Toxic people consume your time and energy, leaving little room for the positive influences that could help you grow. By holding on to these relationships, you may inadvertently be sacrificing opportunities for connection with people who inspire and uplift you. Success demands that you prioritize relationships that align with your values and goals. It's important to understand that letting go of toxic relationships doesn't always mean completely cutting people out of your life, though that may be necessary in extreme cases. Sometimes it involves setting clear boundaries and redefining the nature of the relationship. For example, you might choose to limit interactions with a toxic family member or focus conversations with a critical friend on neutral topics. Boundaries are a powerful tool for protecting your mental and emotional well-being while maintaining necessary connections. Another key aspect of this process is surrounding yourself with people who inspire and support you. As you let go of toxic relationships, seek out individuals who challenge you to grow, celebrate your successes, and hold you accountable to your potential. These relationships will provide the encouragement and perspective needed to navigate the challenges of success. The people in your inner circle should believe in your vision and be willing to invest in your journey. Letting go of toxic relationships also involves personal reflection. Sometimes toxic dynamics persist because of unresolved issues within yourself. For example, if you have a fear of abandonment, you might cling to harmful relationships out of a desire for validation. Addressing these internal struggles is essential for breaking free from unhealthy patterns. Personal growth equips you to recognize your worth and establish relationships that reflect it. The journey of releasing toxic relationships can be painful, especially if these individuals have been part of your life for a long time. It's natural to feel guilt, sadness, or even anger during this process. However, it's important to focus on the bigger picture. By letting go, you are creating space for growth, peace, and meaningful connections. You are choosing to invest in relationships that bring out the best in you rather than those that hold you back. Ultimately, success is not just about achieving goals. It's about living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Toxic relationships undermine that purpose by keeping you tied to negativity and limiting your potential. When you choose to let go of these relationships, you are not being selfish, you are being intentional. You are prioritizing your growth, protecting your peace, and positioning yourself for success. Surround yourself with those who believe in your vision and are willing to walk with you on the journey. In doing so, you will build a support system that empowers you to reach your highest potential. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it is often taken for granted. Every person is given the same 24 hours in a day, but how those hours are spent determines the outcomes of their lives. Success is not an accident, it is the result of deliberate choices and consistent actions. One of the most important sacrifices you must make on the journey to success is the sacrifice of time. Growth, whether personal, professional, or spiritual, requires a significant investment of time, and this often means forgoing leisure, entertainment, and even comfort to focus on what truly matters. The first step in sacrificing time for growth is understanding its value. Time is finite once it is spent. It cannot be reclaimed. Many people waste time on activities that provide temporary pleasure but do not contribute to their long-term goals. Whether it's excessive time spent scrolling through social media, binge watching television, or engaging in unproductive habits, these distractions can rob you of opportunities to grow. To succeed, you must recognize that every moment is an opportunity to learn, improve, and move closer to your goals. This shift in mindset is essential for making the most of your time. Investing time in growth requires clarity of purpose. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it is easy to be pulled in different directions. Growth is not just about being busy, it's about being intentional. Define your goals and identify the areas where you want to improve. Whether it's developing a new skill, advancing your career, strengthening relationships, or improving your health, having a clear purpose allows you to prioritize your time effectively. When you know what matters most, you can make better decisions about where to invest your energy. Sacrificing time for growth often means making difficult choices. It requires saying no to activities that do not align with your goals. This might mean skipping a night out with friends to study, waking up earlier to exercise, or spending weekends attending workshops instead of relaxing. These choices are not always easy, but they are necessary. Growth demands discipline, and discipline is the ability to choose what you need over what you want in the moment. Each decision to invest time in growth is a step toward becoming the person you were created to be. One of the most effective ways to invest time in growth is through learning. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, attending seminars, or seeking mentorship, learning is a powerful tool for personal development. Knowledge expands your perspective, equips you with new skills, and prepares you for future opportunities. However, learning requires time that could otherwise be spent on leisure or entertainment. By prioritizing education and self-improvement, you set yourself apart and position yourself for success. An important area where time must be invested is in building meaningful relationships. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It often involves collaboration, mentorship, and support from others. Investing time in nurturing relationships with people who inspire, challenge, and encourage you is crucial for growth. This might mean setting aside time to connect with a mentor, participate in a community, or work collaboratively with a team. These relationships provide accountability, motivation, and valuable insights that accelerate your progress. It's also important to invest time in self-reflection and self-care. Growth is not just about achieving external goals, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Taking time to reflect on your experiences, evaluate your progress, and recharge your energy is essential for sustainable growth. Self-care might involve practices like meditation, journaling, or simply resting to ensure you maintain your physical and mental well-being. These moments of introspection allow you to stay focused, grounded, and aligned with your purpose. Sacrificing time for growth often involves delayed gratification. The results of your efforts may not be immediate, and the process can sometimes feel slow or frustrating. However, success is a journey, not a sprint. Each hour spent learning, working, or reflecting is an investment in your future. The rewards of growth, whether it's achieving your goals, discovering your potential, or impacting others, far outweigh the temporary sacrifices you make along the way. How you spend your time reflects your priorities. Sacrificing time to invest in growth is a choice to prioritize your future over fleeting pleasures. It's a decision to live intentionally, focus on what truly matters, and take control of your destiny. Time is a gift, and how you use it determines the legacy you leave behind. Choose to invest it wisely, and you will reap the rewards of a life filled with purpose, achievement, and fulfillment. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions humans experience. It can paralyze potential, cloud judgment, and keep you from pursuing the life you were meant to live. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty and risk, yet when allowed to dominate, it becomes a barrier to growth, success, and fulfillment. On the other hand, faith is the antidote to fear, a belief in something greater than yourself, a trust in the process, and a conviction that the future holds possibilities beyond your current reality. If you want to achieve true success, you must sacrifice fear for faith. Fear thrives in the unknown. It whispers doubts, amplifies risks, and convinces you to settle for what feels safe. Fear tells you not to try because you might fail. It says you're not good enough, smart enough, or deserving enough to achieve your dreams. While fear may protect you from immediate discomfort or rejection, it also keeps you trapped in mediocrity. The irony is that the very things fear seeks to protect you from are often the challenges that would lead to your greatest breakthroughs. To overcome fear, you must first recognize its presence and the ways it holds you back. Fear often disguises itself as practicality, hesitation, or even logic. For example, you might avoid pursuing a career change because it feels too risky, or delay starting a project because it's not the right time. These justifications may seem valid, but they are often fear in disguise. When you become aware of how fear operates in your life, you can begin to confront it. Sacrificing fear for faith begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, faith challenges you to focus on what could go right. Faith does not ignore risks, it acknowledges them, but chooses to believe that the rewards are worth the effort. Faith empowers you to see challenges as opportunities and failures as lessons. It reminds you that every great achievement began with a step into the unknown. While fear looks at obstacles, faith looks at possibilities. One of the most significant ways to cultivate faith is by building confidence in your abilities and the purpose behind your goals. Confidence comes from preparation, discipline, and a clear vision of what you want to achieve. When you have faith in yourself, you become less influenced by fear because you know you have the capacity to adapt, learn, and persevere. Believing in your purpose gives you the strength to push through fear, knowing that your journey has meaning and impact beyond yourself. Another key aspect of replacing fear with faith is trusting the process. Success is rarely a straight line. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and uncertainties. Faith reminds you that even when the path is unclear, each step you take brings you closer to your destination. Trusting the process doesn't mean avoiding challenges, it means embracing them as part of the journey. It's about understanding that growth often comes through discomfort and that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Faith also requires you to take action. Fear thrives in inaction, feeding off the what-ifs and worst-case scenarios your mind creates. But when you take even small steps toward your goals, you weaken fear's grip. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Each time you act in faith, you prove to yourself that fear does not have to define your decisions. Over time, this practice becomes a habit, and fear loses its power over you. Replacing fear with faith often involves surrounding yourself with the right influences. Seek out mentors, friends, and role models who inspire and encourage you. Their stories of overcoming fear can serve as reminders that success is possible, even in the face of uncertainty. Positive influences provide perspective, accountability, and motivation to keep moving forward when fear tries to hold you back. Letting go of fear is not a one-time decision, it's a daily choice. Fear will always try to creep back into your life, especially when you're on the brink of something significant. The key is to recognize it and choose faith instead. Remind yourself of your vision, your purpose, and the reasons you started your journey in the first place. Faith is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. In the end, sacrificing fear for faith is about living boldly and intentionally. Fear keeps you small, faith allows you to dream big. Fear limits your potential, faith unlocks it. When you choose faith over fear, you open the door to possibilities you never thought possible. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones, failures as growth opportunities, and risks as gateways to rewards. Success demands this trade-off, and the rewards of faith far outweigh the false security of fear. Trust in the process, believe in yourself, and have faith that your best days are ahead. True success and fulfillment in life are not solely about personal achievements or material gains. They are deeply connected to the impact you make and the legacy you leave behind. This impact often requires a shift in focus from prioritizing self-interest to serving a greater purpose. Giving up selfishness does not mean neglecting your needs or aspirations. Rather, it means aligning them with a purpose larger than yourself. When you choose service over self-centeredness, you unlock the potential to contribute meaningfully to the world while also achieving personal growth and lasting satisfaction. Selfishness is a natural human tendency. It is driven by the instinct to survive, succeed, and seek comfort. However, when left unchecked, selfishness can become a barrier to meaningful relationships, collaborative success, and a fulfilling life. A selfish mindset often leads to short-term gains at the expense of long-term impact. It isolates you from others, limits your perspective, and narrows your vision. While focusing solely on your own interests might yield temporary advantages, it rarely leads to a life of purpose and significance. Giving up selfishness begins with a shift in mindset. It requires recognizing that life is not just about what you can take, but about what you can give. This shift often starts with an understanding of your values and a clear sense of purpose. What drives you? What do you want your life to stand for? When you connect with a greater purpose, whether it's making a difference in your community, contributing to a cause, or leaving a positive legacy, you begin to see your actions in the context of their broader impact. One of the most profound ways to move beyond selfishness is through service. Service is the act of giving your time, talents, and resources to benefit others. It might involve mentoring a colleague, volunteering in your community, supporting a friend in need, or working toward a cause that aligns with your values. Service shifts your focus from self to others, fostering empathy, compassion, and a sense of interconnectedness. It reminds you that your life is part of a larger tapestry and that your actions have the power to influence others in meaningful ways. Choosing to serve a greater purpose also cultivates humility. Selfishness often stems from an inflated sense of importance or entitlement, leading you to prioritize your needs over others. Humility, on the other hand, allows you to see yourself as part of a bigger picture. It encourages you to acknowledge the contributions of others, value diverse perspectives, and recognize that your success is often the result of collective effort. Humility not only enhances your ability to serve, but also strengthens relationships and builds trust. Giving up selfishness doesn't mean abandoning your dreams or neglecting self-care. On the contrary, it involves aligning your goals with the needs of others and ensuring that your success contributes to the greater good. For example, a business leader might focus on creating opportunities for employees and delivering value to customers rather than solely maximizing profits. Similarly, an artist might use their work to inspire and uplift rather than seeking fame for its own sake. When your ambitions serve a greater purpose, they become more fulfilling and impactful. Letting go of selfishness also fosters resilience and perseverance. When your actions are rooted in service, you are more likely to push through challenges and setbacks. A greater purpose provides motivation and meaning, giving you the strength to keep going even when the journey is difficult. It reminds you that your efforts are not just for yourself, but for something larger, whether it's your family, community, or future generations. This perspective helps you navigate obstacles with grace and determination. Another benefit of serving a greater purpose is the sense of fulfillment it brings. Selfish pursuits often leave people feeling empty, as their rewards are fleeting and shallow. Service, on the other hand, creates lasting satisfaction because it connects you to something meaningful. The joy of seeing your efforts improve someone else's life, the gratitude of those you help, and the sense of purpose that comes from making a difference are deeply rewarding. These experiences enrich your life in ways that selfishness never can. Giving up selfishness to serve a greater purpose is about living with intention and integrity. It is about recognizing that true success is not measured by what you accumulate, but by the positive impact you make. When you choose to serve, you not only transform the lives of others, but also grow into a more compassionate, resilient, and purpose-driven individual. Life becomes more meaningful when it is lived for something beyond yourself, and the rewards of service far outweigh the sacrifices of selfishness. By embracing this mindset, you contribute to a better world while also discovering the true essence of fulfillment and success.